Hello, hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. How are you today? I hope you all just fine and healthy. Let's continue the story. On my previous video, the police lost the prime suspect. Can we find this person? Okay, let's the game continue. I'll replay the scene a bit.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Do your best, Jap.
You can count on me.
I hope we can find that person.
Hastings, everything is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key. So, has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
He's dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
Poirot asks if he's dead.
Come now, Chief Inspector. He's at the hospital and the doctors are taking good care of him.
You think so?
Of course. Do not feel down, Chief Inspector. Let us focus on our investigation.
While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury guest house?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt. Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our number one suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you are so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Oh, appointment with dentist.
To Marbury guest house, please.
This is why Hastings is so irritated. But Poirot do not let him go from this.
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name, in Cheshire. I've been going past this modest guest house for so long. I would never have thought that the ABC case would lead me here.
Let's come in.
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
The cat is the real master of this house.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
Let's talk to Mrs. Marbury.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cust left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
She's so proud.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the wall. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Cust used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cust rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah, I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
A newspaper?
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
Why not from the beginning, Cust bought the newspaper? Let's see her register.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cust rents his...
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Yes, we do.
This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Good mood, indeed. Smooth movement. Welcoming smile.
I really would like to help, but I think I've said all I have to say.
Relaxed posture.
Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She is working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel.
That's right, Poirot.
Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder? Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favour. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
What? She's cheating.
It doesn't matter, provided that you remembered to change the sheets.
Oh, do you think so?
She is humming. Search Cust's room. Let's find clues. 2 bottle. What is this? Another cough medicine?
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject will probably be useful to me. Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me.
Wow, a powerful sedative. I'll take it for now.
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Poirot does not like a mess, please. He rather like another place.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance. John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
What is the meaning of this letter?
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
Why he or she not returning the ink?
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Okay, let's work on it.
Something is blocking the ribbon. The ribbon is jammed. I have to start by freeing it. The right-hand heel has been removed. The left-hand heel has been removed.
Maybe now we can cut the ribbon. The I letter is the same.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes.
Your name was written on there, Poirot.
All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Wow, there are many proofs that Howard Cust.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. It's an ABC. A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This subject would probably be useful to me. ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen murders.
So many ABC guides.
It's closed. This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string.
Maybe.
Stockings.
Stocking, eh?
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
This Cust is so suspicious. What do you think for now, guys? Is Cust really guilty? So many clues that referring Cust is the killer.
The Bexhill daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Trousers, white shirts, everything has been washed very well. Most probably the bathing dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Where was Cust at the time of Bexhill murder? Cust's room was rent to someone else on July 25th. The Bexhill's local paper, dating from the day of Betty's murder, was found in Cust's room.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Cust was probably in Bexhill on the day of the murder. Cust is so suspicious. What do you think? Let me know your thought in the comment below. That's it for today, guys. Inshallah, I'll continue the story. Stay healthy always. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.